Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Trendy Spotlight. 8. Jane Fonda's early years. Lady Jane Seymour Fonda was born into Hollywood. Her father, Henry Fonda, was a well-known actor, and her mother, Frances Seymour Baracco, was a socialite. She had a younger brother, Peter Fonda. Sadly, her mother committed suicide when she was 12. She studied acting and was talented and ambitious. She was a stage actress until her first film, Tall Story, in 1960. She received 2 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actress in the 1960s. Jane became a sex symbol when she played the title role in Barbarella. 7. Jane Fonda, the activist, in the 70s. In the 70s, Jane decided that she would only star in movies that focused on important issues. She then won 2 Oscars, one for Clued in 1971 and one for Coming Home in 1978. She joined both the feminist and anti-war movements in the 70s. She became a controversial figure for her support of the Black Panthers and especially for her criticism of the Vietnam War and speaking out against the U.S. military policy in North Vietnam. Lawmakers accused her of treason, and she earned the nickname Hanoi Jane. Many years later, she said it was a very tumultuous and polarized time. There was a lot of anger and blame. For myself, I didn't always know how to channel my anger in constructive ways. 6. Jane Fonda in on Golden Pond with her father. Jane Fonda has always been honest about her relationship with her dad, Henry Fonda. She says it was not an easy one, and they did not have the best relationship. She says her dad was not a very communicative person, but they were able to make some kind of peace when they starred together in On Golden Pond, which also starred Katharine Hepburn. The movie was about an older man who had an estranged relationship with his daughter. This somewhat paralleled the lives of Jane and Henry. The two had some special moments while filming, which Jane was grateful for. Henry Fonda won the Best Actor Academy Award for his performance in the film. Jane accepted the award for her dad as he was too sick to attend the ceremony. She was by his side when he died of heart disease at the age of 77. 5. Working 9 to 5 with Jane Fonda. In 1980, Jane starred with Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton in the hit 9 to 5. At the time, there was no movie like it. The film was about 3 women with a tyrannical sexist boss. When they have finally had enough, they band together to get even with him and overthrow the company. It was a very funny movie, but it also showed the power of women working together. Women supporting women was a new concept in 1980, and 9 to 5 showed how powerful it was. 4. Jane Fonda's workout video. In 1982, Jane Fonda released a workout video that became a phenomenon. It was primarily aimed at women to work at home. This was a relatively new concept at the time, and it became the top-selling VHS tape for 6 years. Jane and her video helped launch the aerobics craze of the 80s and 90s. The leg warmers, leotard, and high hair may now be outdated, but the workout has pretty much stood the test of time. Millions of women would agree that it worked and still does. 3. Who was Jane Fonda married to? Jane was married 3 times. Her first marriage was to French film director Roger Vadim in 1965. They had a daughter, Vanessa Vadim, in 1968. They divorced in 1973. 3 days after her divorce from Vadim, Jane married activist Tom Hayden. Their son, Troy O'Donovan Garrity, was born in 1973. The couple also unofficially adopted a daughter, Mary Luana Williams, nicknamed Lulu, whose parents were Black Panthers. They divorced in 1990. Her third husband was cable television tycoon and founder of CNN, Ted Turner. They were married for 10 years. Jane has said that he is her favorite ex-husband. 2. Jane Fonda and Grace and Frankie. In 2015, Fonda joined forces with 9 to 5 co-star Lily Tomlin for the Netflix series Grace and Frankie. The duo form an unlikely friendship after their husbands announced that they have fallen in love and are leaving them for each other. The show was a huge hit. Grace and Frankie, like 9 to 5, shows the strength of women and their friendships, but this time around, they are women of a certain age who reinvent themselves in love life and business. The relationship between Fonda and Tomlin shines, and their old friend Dolly Parton even guest stars in the series finale. Number 1. Jane Fonda, still an activist in her 80s. Fonda is a very vocal climate activist. After she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010, she wanted to bring causes of cancer to the forefront. She believes that chemicals and pollution are a cause, and she wants the U.S. to work to eliminate them. In 2019, Jane Fonda was arrested in Washington, D.C. while protesting with other climate change advocates, and she was proud of it. She's also using her recent diagnosis to bring awareness to quality health care for all. She said in her Instagram post, "I realize, and it's painful that I am privileged in this. Almost every family in America has had to deal with cancer at one time or another, and far too many don't have access to the quality healthcare I am receiving, and this is not right." This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.